Yo, take a look at this scooter. This is the iX7 Pro from iScooter. And this is a very powerful and fast off-road scooter that features not one, but two 1,000 watt hub motors that can get you up to a speed of 38 miles an hour. And on eco mode, you can get up to 50 miles of range. The iX7 Pro is rated to handle 25% grades. We've got some beefy 10-inch solid tires, so you don't got to worry about any kind of flats. We got a front swing arm suspension as well as rear shock absorbers on the back. Underneath the platform here, we got a 48 volt 10 amp hour battery. And looking down at the bars here, we got some nice comfy ergonomic grips. We have a bell. We got front and rear disc brakes. Got your control panel here that offers a headlight, your horn. This is how you do your miles per hour, kilometers, and then if you double tap that, it puts you in two-wheel drive mode, so you can utilize both those motors. I do have the screen protector on, so it's a little foggy, but you can see we got a nice clear display here. Has your ride mode on that side. You got your odometer, your battery meter. Pretty straightforward. And then here we have the thumb throttle. And of course, this is a folding scooter. Just unlatch it here, it folds down and clips right into there. Easy to carry, easy to transport. The max load on the iX7 Pro is about 330 pounds. And the total weight of the scooter is about 65 pounds. So it's pretty manageable. Not too beefy, but definitely robust and powerful. And I like that headlight placement. Very good, very nice. Also comes with a rear fender. And it comes with a few accessories too, like a bag for the handlebars, toolkit, all that kind of stuff. And there also is a mobile app, the iScooter Club app, if you like to use apps to track your statistics and settings. So all in all, this is looking like a pretty professional scooter. I can't wait to hop on it and take a ride, so let's go. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into the speed test. Now, you have eco mode, you have race mode, and you have sport mode, but then you also have one-wheel drive mode and two-wheel drive mode. Now, you are limited to certain speeds at certain levels. I think we all know that. And I think what we're most interested in is not how slow it can go, but how fast it can go, right? So we're just gonna go straight for the glory. We're gonna go on sport mode, and we're gonna go two-wheel drive, and we're gonna see if we can get up to 38 miles an hour by the end of this street. So let's go. Whoa, whoa, that's a lot of torque. Okay, already up to 23, 25 already, 28. Oh my goodness. We are mobbing. Passing cars, 35, 37, 38. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay. All right. I actually didn't expect it to actually do that. But I don't know why. It's an iScooter, and they always exceed my expectations. Dude, that's so fast. That's crazy fast. Just be sure you're leaning kind of forward when you hit the accelerator, though. That front wheel sure likes to spin. Man, this thing must, I don't know what the torque, the Newton meters of torque are on this thing, but it's gotta be close to 200. That's crazy. This thing's stupid powerful. Let's do it one more time. That was intense. Like 30 already? That's wild. They were at 38.2. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. My eyes are watering. You almost need goggles to go that quick. All right, well, let's see if we can go 38 miles an hour and see how long it takes to stop this thing. All right, we're at 38. Let's see if I can stop. Okay, yeah. Those are some good brakes right there. 38 to 0 and however far that truck is away, 60 feet maybe. That is not bad, dude. This thing is serious business. Sheesh. I almost need to pull over and catch my breath. Wipe the tears out of my eyes. That was intense, dude. Oh my goodness. Wow. iScooter does not play one bit. That was pretty gnarly. Well, if it does that kind of power, I'm sure it can handle some pretty crazy hills. So let's go do a hill test and see what it does. I bet you it can hit the bike buster. Let's go over there and find out. Okay, here we are at the base of the infamous Bike Buster Hill. Look at that thing. Why do you call it that? Because this is where I test my e-bikes, and I've had e-bikes that don't even make it up this hill. I know it doesn't look steep on camera, but this thing is steep. So we're in two-wheel drive mode, sport. Let's see if we can make it up, or at least how far we can make it up. I'm pretty sure it'll do it. That's gnarly. Okay, so far so good. Up the first half like nothing. And this is the serious part. Oh, dude, we're bodying it. Look at that. Straight up, no zigzags. What? Dude. What? Are you serious? That made short work of that hill. That was nothing. Dude, this thing is certified hill climber beast mode right here. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of falling in love, I think. I'm falling in love with the iX7 Pro. I don't think I've ever made it up that hill that easy on anything, especially on just a throttle. All right, so we've shown iX7 Pro is super fast. The brakes work really good. It climbs hills like an absolute champion. If it'll handle that, it'll ride up anything. That's the steepest hill in the neighborhood. So I think we can get anywhere on this. So I guess all we have to do now would be the distance test. Now again, when it comes to distance, they say X amount of miles, but that's always on like eco mode, flat ground, no wind, no stopping, just straight going. Pretty controlled environment. So I think the way we're gonna do our distance test is we're gonna run this thing hot. We're gonna run it on two-wheel drive mode, full speed for as long as we can, and then we'll make our assessments on range, because in reality, you're buying this scooter because you want to go fast, not because you want to go slow, right? So we're just going to test it on its maxed out capability. All right, enough rambling. I'm going to take this back to the house, just top it off on the charger, and then we'll do our distance test. All right, so now we are fully charged up, and we're going to hit the road. We got it on sport mode and two-wheel drive. So we're going to go as fast, as far as we can. Let's hop on it and get going. Now, of course, this is an off-road scooter, so let's go find some off-road areas to take it. Deer territory. Can we outrun a deer? Probably. All right, we're pulling up to some off-road testing areas here. Got this thin little trail here. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely a mobber, for sure. Ugh. Suspension handles those bumps great. super fun. Little dirt hill right here. Oh, no problem. No problem. It's got plenty of traction with those knobby tires too. Handles the loose gravel awesomely. Pine needles, rocks. Oh yeah. Yeah, since we don't have to worry about flat tires, we could just hit any old dirt. I've gotten a couple flats going through here on e-bikes because of how just bad everything is, nails and glass everywhere. We ain't got to worry about it on iX7 Pro. And we're mobbing too. We're doing 25 down this path. Ooh. Let's go full speed through here. 33 miles an hour on the dirt path. Whoa, that's so fast. Almost too fast. A lot of people and dogs up there, so we'll take a little shortcut right here through some soft sand trail. Whoa, bumpy. Oh yeah, we're handling this trail like nothing. These bumps feel like butter. Nice. Oh yeah, I could get used to this. This is pretty fun. All right, let's pull in here and check our stats. I can see something has changed. Okay, so we have dropped 1 bar of battery. Oh, actually it just came back because we stopped. That's good. We've gone 7 miles so far. And I've been on sport mode, 2-wheel drive for the whole time, and pretty much just straight up gunning it for the majority of the ride, full throttle. And it's doing pretty well. So we're just gonna keep going along the coast here. That's another, I don't know, few miles at least. But it's gonna be majority street riding, and we're gonna do full throttle. So we'll see how the battery holds up after all that. All right, let's just gas it. Straight maxed out. It is fun. We're going 37 miles an hour. But we're going 12 over the actual speed limit. This is like crazy fast. Just passing up the tourists. All right, that got us up the hill. Let's see how much that burned of our battery though. Status update. What are we working with here? I see it dropped a little more. Ooh, yeah, we lost 2 bars just from that mile. That was a quick mile though. Let's see if we can make it through this soft sand right here. Oh yeah. Yes. Whoa, a little burnout action. Yeah, you gotta be careful of that front wheel because it does spin pretty quick. But we made it through some soft sand. That's pretty good. All right, back to the road test. Let's keep going. All right, let's go full speed again. Let's go all the way. 37, 38 and a half. Again, we're going 13 miles over the speed limit. Got to slow it down a little bit even. I don't know. This is kind of intense. But we're clearly passing vehicles. Pretty gnarly. This is definitely the fastest scooter I've ever been on. All right, let's slow it down a little bit here. Let's do a little off-road test, because we did dirt paths, but we didn't really do straight up off-road, no path. So let's try some of that. This is like a unpaved, unscaped park here. Pretty good. Going up through the rocks. Oh yeah. That's super easy. It's like no challenge at all. Yeah, so speed-wise and off-road capability-wise, the scooter is handling its business and then some. Now, obviously, the distance isn't going to be super great on two-wheel drive at 38 miles an hour, but we want to see exactly kind of what we have to work with if we want to ride it in those conditions. I mean, if we're being quite honest, that is the selling point of this scooter, is fast, powerful. All right, so we're just doing a little coastal path cruising, not full speed here, but I think looking at our battery meter, it might be time to turn around and head home. So yeah, we're looking at 2 out of 5 bars. So in my experience, I think it's about time to turn around and get back to home base. All right, thread the needle through the purple carpet here. Let's hit this curb. Let's go extreme. Not so extreme or graceful, but we made it off the curb and didn't scrape, so it's got good ground clearance. Yeah, we're still going pretty fast. I mean, we're still maxed out speed, 38 miles an hour on cruise control with only 2 bars of battery. Looking pretty good. All right, we've got one massive hill for our last little impromptu test. Let's see. 30 miles an hour up the hill, pretty solid. I like it. Okay, we are pulling up to home base. Hit some big old hills on the way back. Dodge some pretty creative drivers, we'll just say that. So I think we're doing pretty good on the old iX7 Pro. In fact, let's ride it right into the grass and do our review in the shade on the grass. All right, what do we think of the iX7 Pro from iScooter? Well, I gotta say, it is fast AF, if you know what that means. And it is super fun. It's a very comfortable ride with this big old wide foot platform. You got the little kicker in the back with grips for extra stability if you need it. And you do need it when you're hitting those high speeds. The front sway arm suspension and these back shock absorbers really helped out on some of those bumpy rides, those trails with overgrown roots and all that stuff. The added peace of mind of having solid tires too is nice. You don't have to worry about any kind of sharp rocks or sticks or sidewall punctures, anything like that. So comfort-wise, it was great. These grips are awesome. I like the grippiness of the brake handles too. That's always a nice addition. The bell is wonderful. This horn though, I don't know about that horn. The bell is definitely louder than the horn. And then I forgot to mention earlier, it does have kind of like I don't know if you can see my hand is purple. There's kind of like a street glow effect that you can turn on and off. There's the light right there. But yeah, when you're riding in the dark, that is pretty sweet. And you do have the turn signals too. So it's got lots of features, but now let's get into the range. I think on those settings, I think a one-wheel drive eco mode, we can definitely hit at least 40 miles on it. Because today we did over 13 miles. We have 2 out of 5 battery bars, and I was two-wheel drive, pretty much max speed the entire drive. So I think realistic expectations for someone my size and in terrain like this with lots of hills and going against the wind, because it's always windy every day here, it did pretty good. Now again, yeah, if you want to do eco mode, one-wheel drive, you could probably hit 45, 50. But on this setting, if you want to go all out, you're probably looking more around like 15 to 17 miles. And if you're lightweight, you'll probably get more out of that. I'm 230 pounds with clothes and shoes and all that on. So do with that information what you will. But all in all, if you want a powerful, fast, fun scooter, this is definitely the one. This is the fastest, most capable on hills scooter I've ever ridden in my life. I've never had a scooter make it up the Bike Buster hill. And that second hill we just did too is even hard for the bikes. And again, I only had one scooter that made it up that hill, and it was an iScooter scooter too. All in all, I think it's a pretty fun ride. So if your main goal is power and hill climbing ability, this is your scooter for sure. Now I believe at the time of recording, the scooter retails for about $8.99, which is pretty decent price for what you're getting. And if you want to get one for yourself, definitely go check out iScooter. They've got a pretty killer lineup, and this one is definitely on the top of the list. Super rad folks over there. Definitely check them out. Anyways, I hope you guys had a lot of fun riding with me today. I sure had a ton of fun. And as always, stay up, stay blessed, and we will see y'all on the next one. Peace.